What's up, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse? Welcome back to the Marvelous Wave, and today we'll continue our coverage for post-Spider-Man No Way Home. As today, we'll report on apparently a contract that Andrew Garfield is in talks with signing with Sony that will involve 3 separate appearances, as well as an appearance by Jamie Foxx, as well as exactly how long Spider-Man No Way Home was originally set to be. Well, stay tuned, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse, as we're going to break it all down here and keep you guys up to date on everything that transpires post No Way Home as we move into a new era of Spider-Man. First though, for this new giveaway, we've decided to give away smaller figures, but a whole bunch more. As we've given away 4 Hot Toys already, we'll be giving away several highly posable Peter Parker suits from Spider-Man No Way Home, as well as several highly posable Iron Spider suits. This time around, we'll be announcing 4 separate winners, so your chances of winning are much more likely. All you have to do to enter is like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments down below, which of the MCU Phase 4 movies that we have in 2022 are you most excited for? Now, let's go ahead and get into the update. As we talked about briefly on the channel before, Andrew Garfield, of the 3 of them, is the one that Sony needs to move on immediately if they want him to return to a future project. Tom Holland has apparently already signed on for another trilogy exploring Peter Parker's college years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Still though, Sony will want to develop their own Spider-Man separate from the MCU, that of course being Andrew Garfield, who is now heavily rumored to have several appearances in Sony Marvel film. The report coming today is that Andrew Garfield has apparently signed on for 3 separate movies. What's also important to note about this apparent contract leak is that it's exclusive with Sony, meaning that it will be up to Sony if they want Andrew Garfield to appear later on in the MCU. But if they do strike a deal to have Andrew in the MCU, it's very likely he could appear. As of right now, the report states that Andrew Garfield has signed on for 3 film appearances, including potentially an Amazing Spider-Man 3, with it also being reported that Jamie Foxx has also signed on for 2 films, including a cameo appearance in Venom 3 and potentially the Amazing Spider-Man 3, which it was being reported immediately after No Way Home that Sony wanted Jamie Foxx for multiple projects as Electro. In addition to the news that Sony has apparently signed Andrew Garfield as well as Jamie Foxx to a multiple film deal, we're also getting updates about Spider-Man No Way Home, the film itself. Several months back, we were hearing reports that Spider-Man No Way Home was actually nearing around 3 hours in length, and it appears as if the original cut of No Way Home and the cut that the director wanted audience to see was around 3 hours long. But due to the pandemic and VFX artists having to work from their homes essentially, they were unable to complete a lot of the VFX for No Way Home, and the film was cut down significantly. We've even briefly heard writers, directors, and even some of the actors comment about this, and some of the many cut interactions between Andrew, Tobey, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The main reason being that the VFX artists had to focus on the scenes that they knew had to be in the film, with a report coming out that because the Lizard and Sandman were completely CGI characters, that a lot of their time was dedicated to making them look good, and therefore they were unable to finish some scenes that were less crucial to the plot, namely a lot of interactions with Tobey and Andrew. Therefore, apparently their roles were cut down significantly in the final product of the film. Although, I think I speak for a lot of fans when saying I think their roles were still highly satisfying. A lot of scenes were apparently outright scrapped due to actors' schedules, as well as them trying to complete CGI on what they had already filmed, causing the writers and John Watts to cut several key moments in Spider-Man No Way Home. Essentially what this means is there are a ton of deleted scenes and deleted scene concepts that were left on the cutting room floor, meaning essentially that we'll be able to talk about this film for some time to come as little leaks and spoilers begin to eke their way onto the internet. This could actually also be why Eddie Brock's Venom was ultimately cut from the final battle according to the writer, and why they decided to focus on other characters. Again, if the film was 3 hours long though, it does make sense why a lot of these inclusions were ultimately done away with. I think in the end though, what we got was highly satisfying, and personally, I don't think we got too much or too little of Andrew and Tobey, and I think we got just enough for the audience to have an appetizer of the return specifically of Andrew Garfield, which is why I also think Sony wants to have him sign on for multiple more movies, as again, he wasn't entirely fleshed out in this film. He just has a bunch of really amazing moments, but to really get into the character of Spider-Man that Andrew Garfield portrays, I think we definitely need an Amazing Spider-Man 3, which many people may not have been pioneering for an Amazing Spider-Man 3 if we got even 10 more minutes of screen time with the 2 of them. In the end, this may actually prove to be a positive thing. Anyway, my friends, what are your thoughts on this report? What are your thoughts on the report that that originally No Way Home was slated to be around 3 hours long. And how do you feel about this supposed contract that Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx has signed on with Sony? Again guys, don't forget the figure giveaway, as we'll be able to give away a lot more now simply because the figures are less expensive. As always my friends, hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and I hopefully will catch you guys in the next video.